Hey everybody, Austin back again, this time with an unboxing video. Now I've been doing quite a few of these recently, and this one admittedly isn't going to be as special as some of those other ones. It's no Core Graphics 2 or Atari Jaguar or something like that. But, you know, I'm kind of excited to have this, and I kind of wanted to use this video to sort of kill two birds with one stone. I wanted to use this as a test bed, as well as to show you guys this new console I just got, which, as you can see by the title, is a Xbox One, a Assassin's Creed Unity bundle. This is one of the holiday bundles that Microsoft put out for $350. Now, there is a $450 one you can buy if you want to get the Kinect, and they have other holiday bundles and so forth, but I wanted to pick this one up. But yeah, as you can see, I've actually got a camcorder, not a camcorder. It's been a long couple of days for me, guys. I'm tired right now. I've got a webcam. Finally, I went out, I purchased a Logitech webcam, one of the more expensive ones at Best Buy. I probably should have gone online, bought an even more expensive one, you know, that's even better, and done my research and whatnot, but I kind of wanted one same day, and so I picked it up yesterday. And got to test it out. It seems like it's decent quality. Unfortunately, I'm a little far away from the camera, as you can see. That's not going to be the case when I do Let's Play videos and stuff like that. Because, well, I've got a table in front of me. As you can see, I've got a camcorder up here recording the Xbox, so you can see that. But I do intend on using the camcorder. I said it again. The webcam to do Let's Plays and whatnot. And so that's why I wanted to get the webcam. I had also considered, I've been considering for several months now starting a Twitch.tv account, which you kind of need a webcam for in order to do it properly. Still not sure if I'm going to do that, but I have been hankering to try to, you know, do some more face-to-face footage on top of my Let's Plays. Remember when I first started doing Let's Play videos, I would use the camcorder, and the camcorder would record until the battery died, in the case of like my Ghouls and Ghosts for Super Graphics video. And yeah, I would like to get back into doing that, but there were some technical issues with that. The big problem was syncing up the audio, because essentially what would happen is I'd have a video track from my camcorder up top, and then I'd have a separate audio track recorded in my audio software, and a lot of times the voice, the audio would get out of sync with what I was saying. So fortunately, the webcam actually takes the audio straight from my mic, which kills the syncing issue for me. So yeah, this video is essentially a test bed for that. This is the first video I've actually shot with the webcam, aside from like a 3-second test I did yesterday just to make sure it was functioning. Didn't want to go through and do a whole hour-long video and then have it not come out right in the end, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this video. But I did also get the Xbox One today. Now, a little bit of a backstory for you guys that have been following me and that are subscribed to my channel is I bought an Xbox One around last Christmas time, close to a year ago now. What sort of got me to do that is, well, for one, I wasn't really into the Xbox One or the idea of it because of Microsoft's botched E3 announcement. They had started doing a 180 on some of that stuff, like the always online and stuff like that. But what got me to get one is, for one, Killer Instinct, which was an amazing fighting game and exactly pretty much what I wanted in a reboot from that series. It was one of my favorite fighting games of all time, both Killer Instincts 1 and 2. And then the other thing that sort of set me over the line is Walmart had some day one editions back around Christmas time. I don't know if it was a return or something like that. And so I figured, you know, limited edition, this will probably be rare. I like having the more collectible versions of consoles, so I went ahead and bit the bullet last year, got it. It was fun at first, but then 2 months went by, there wasn't much software coming out, the user interface was kind of bad, the games weren't that impressive. It required Kinect back then to really do anything useful with it. There were a lot of design choices I did not like about the Xbox One, and so essentially what happened is in the end of February, I sold it, took a hit on it, lost some money obviously, but I got a good chunk of change, a little over $400 for it, and I put that money towards a pinball machine. because I love pinball, and pinball machines are expensive. So I sold my Xbox One to fund a pinball machine. But fast forward to now, my interest in the Xbox One has started to get peaked again. And the main reason for that is some of the games that are coming out are actually finally freaking good. And they look almost next gen. They look like quality games. Sunset Overdrive in particular has been interesting me the most because, for one, it's a new IP. It looks damn fun, and it just looks kind of creative. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of all these multiplats. And, you know, which makes the PS4 seem not that much different from the Xbox One and vice versa. But it's the exclusives that get me excited about console generations, and it's the exclusives that have always gotten me interested in new console generations. You know, from the Xbox 360 back to the original Xbox, the Xbox One, the Dreamcast, you know, the PS2, all that stuff. You know, the new exclusives is what's got me excited about those consoles. Fortunately for those consoles, they had those exclusives from day one. This past generation, this newest generation, it's been a little weird this last year, but things are looking up finally. And the big turning point for me was Sunset Overdrive looks amazing. The Halo Master Chief Collection doesn't hurt because I love the first 3 Halos. And Halo 4 is alright, but the first couple of Halos especially is where it's at for me. And the fact that Microsoft dropped the price so far and no longer requires Kinect to do stupid things that you're going to use a controller for anyway. And then I've heard that Microsoft's been patching up the OS, the graphical user interface, and making it pretty useful and usable and a much better experience, unlike back when I had it, 10 months ago. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and unbox the system. No more rambling on. So for those of you guys that wanted a very quick unboxing video, I apologize for that, but this video is mainly for my subscribers that like to hear me ramble. So, alright, let's go ahead and get into unboxing this Xbox One. Now again, this is the Assassin's Creed Unity bundle, and essentially what this is, it's a console with a controller and 2 download codes for Assassin's Creed Black Flag, as well as the brand new Assassin's Creed Unity that just came out. So, unfortunately, they're download codes. What I had actually considered is buying it, taking the games, and trading them in, and then just getting rid of the packaging and having a normal Xbox One bundle. Because I've never actually played an Assassin's Creed game before. I generally try to stay away from sandbox games, unless it's like role-playing games. You know, I played a little bit with the Elder Scrolls, and I've played some other ones that aren't quite as wide open, like Xenoblade Chronicles. But I might give them a try. So they do come with the bundle, which is a great value. If you're a fan of the Assassin's Creed games, I mean, this is a lot of money you're saving right here. Again, you don't have the physical disc, but Assassin's Creed Unity just came out as of doing this unboxing video, so that's a $60 game you don't have to buy. Now, one of the big things that got me thinking about buying an Xbox One again is essentially they have another bundled with Sunset Overdrive, and it's a white console. It looks so freaking cool. And I had these sort of visions of getting a white Xbox One and then putting my Dreamcast on top of it. That would look so cool. But unfortunately, the Sunset Overdrive bundle seems to be absurdly rare now. It's sold out very quickly. Microsoft has announced they're not going to make any more. And so, yeah, I sort of went on a quest for the Sunset Overdrive bundle yesterday. Spent about 2 hours looking for it, and essentially failed. There were no stores in my area that had one, from Walmart to Best Buy to Target to any GameStop in the area. I stopped by a GameStop, and they went and they searched their system for any stores locally that might have a Sunset Overdrive bundle. None of them have it in stock, so I was super disappointed about that because I really wanted that white console, but that did not happen. So I went home defeated. I was like, you know what, I guess I'm not going to get an Xbox One. I'm going to wait for the Sunset Overdrive bundle. And then I did some research online, found everyone was sold out across the country, and that Microsoft was going to be making no more, and I was like, well, shit. And And then later that night, last night, I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just buy the Assassin's Creed bundle. Now, you guys know I work an overnight shift now, so I'm up all night, no matter what now. And so I decided to go Walmart shopping last night. And I went to 3 Walmarts over the course of about 2 hours. None of them had the Assassin's Creed bundle. That's actually incorrect. One of them had one, but you know how this box is, it's a slip cover, as you can see. Very flimsy. And one of them, the only one that I found in a Walmart, was ripped. And I was like, I'm not gonna, you know, there's the collector aspect of me. You know, I like my stuff to be in good condition, especially if I'm gonna pay $350 for it. You know, I want my stuff in good condition. So, yeah, I passed on the one I did find, and then when I woke up today, around 10 a.m., I decided to go to Target. Well, actually, first Best Buy. So I went to Best Buy first, and they had none. And then I decided to go to Target across the street. Unfortunately, they did have one. And so here we go now. Finally got it. So here's the Xbox One, green box. And let's go ahead and open it from here on the back. What I do like about it is it's got this handle, which is handy, no pun intended. And I do like consoles that have the handles on them. My Neo Geo CD has that. The Neo Geo X had that. What else? What other consoles do I have that have the handle? I don't remember. What other consoles have a handle on them? If you guys know, post some comments below. So here we go. Got some styrofoam. I don't know why I'm trying to sing, because I can't sing worth a damn, and that's a huge box. Let's toss that over there. And let's go ahead and bring the console out first. I know you guys probably having a hard time seeing this, but I'll just show you the console once I pull it out. Alright, there we go. Go ahead and take the styrofoam off. Back in the box. Styrofoam off. And one of the other issues I did have with the Xbox One when I originally had it is that you couldn't set it on its side. It's a very large system, and if you have a very small entertainment center, it leaves a little bit to be desired in that regard, because it takes up such a large amount of space. And you know, with modern systems, I like standing them up vertically because they save space, and then I can put some other systems in with them. You know, some retro consoles next to my modern beasts. So there's the big black box, the Xbox One. Just as big as I remember it. Look at that. So here's the back side. So I've got it facing that way already. And it's got a ton of ports in the back. And here's one of the sides. That is the right side exactly. Just like that. We'll go ahead and go around to the left-hand side. There's that. That's right. It's got the USB port on the side. Totally forgot about that. That's how I'm going to charge my controller. And here's the front. It's got a thing on the front that it's got like an HDMI label and a warning label, and I don't remember that being on my Day One edition. I wonder if that's a new thing. Yeah, that might be a new thing. I don't know. So that's the console. You know, I like the look of the Xbox One. My only complaint about it is that it's just so freaking big. But I actually have a Retron 5 now, so what I'm going to do is stack the Retron right on top of the clean part and see how that works. Just like I used to do back in the day, I used to stack my consoles that I could stack. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of a swap here. Don't want to scratch up the Xbox. And this is where we've got our extra software and stuff like that, our accessories, and whoa, that is an interesting box design. Ugh. It just comes off completely. That's unique. Don't usually see that with game consoles. So here's our extra stuff. We've got random paperwork and whatnot. We got our game codes for the Assassin's Creed. And there we go. That's what those are. Cool. Got it. Gonna definitely need those. Not entirely certain if I'm going to actually play the Assassin's Creed games, but you know, they're freebies. I might as well give them a try. So, and here we go. Got a controller. Now I have to say, I actually really like the Xbox One controller. The D-pad aside, that is one of the other deciding factors. Is I did consider getting a PlayStation 4 instead of an Xbox One. A few things turned me off about the PS4. One was the price. It was $100 more. Well, technically $50 more, but the PlayStation 4 also has a white bundle with Destiny for $450. And if I bought a PS4, I probably would have gone with the $450 bundle because Destiny's a $60 game, and it looks like a cool game. And the white console, I'm a sucker for, you know, limited edition consoles, especially the white ones. But the other big thing that sort of turned me off for the PlayStation 4, aside from there not being specific games I want to play on it, like Sunset Overdrive or Halo, the controller. You know, the PlayStation 4 controller, I don't know why I'm looking up there. I keep looking up at that camera, but you're over here. The PlayStation 4 controller, I'm just not a huge fan of it. Now you might say, Austin, you don't have a PS4. Well, what do you know? Well, I actually bought a PlayStation TV, and I bought a PS4 controller to use with that. And I've been using the PlayStation 4 controller on it, and to be honest, not a huge fan of it. Kind of overrated in my opinion, but it's kind of subjective because some people are going to prefer certain styles of controllers over others, and it's not so much the feel of the controller. The feel of the controller is good. My big problem is the analog sticks feel way too flimsy. Not maybe flimsy is the wrong word, but way too sensitive, and they just move very quickly, and I have a hard time being you know, sort of finessing my movement with the PlayStation 4 analog sticks. And yeah, that's one of the biggest problems I have with that controller. And the thing I like about the Xbox One controller is the analogs are so smooth. It's like butter just touching them right now. I know that sounds disgusting, but and the same goes for the rear triggers in the back. They just feel so smooth. And the only downside of the Xbox One controller is the D-pad, but realistically these days, how many games are going to actually rely on the D-pad? Killer Instinct, I think that's about it. Maybe one of the Xbox Live Arcade games, but until more games come out that require the D-pad, I'm not going to really care about a wonky D-pad. But the analog sticks are arguably the most important aspect of a controller now, since pretty much everything is third person or first person, or racing games. So that was one of the other turning points for me. I did consider a PlayStation 4, but essentially the controller and the lack of games I actually really want to play. And the price was also a big deal. So, alright, let's go ahead and get back to this. We got a battery in here, which I'm not going to need, because I bought a play and charge kit. We've got our headset right here, which I will be using. I've got a couple friends here. Ronnie, if you're watching this, we'll have to do some Killer Instinct online play. Here's the big hulking AC adapter, much like an Xbox 360. They use an external power supply, which is, you know, people complain about this, but this is probably actually a really good idea because, especially with the overheating problems of the 360, it's probably good to keep that outside the box. So, even though ironically the Xbox 360 had major overheating problems even with an external power supply, so more cables to hook it up, and there's my HDMI, which I will need. So. And that's that. So, with the blank table, I guess I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some of the stuff I got with the console as well. Obviously, I did buy the Play and Charge kit, which is kind of necessary, and very necessary, actually, because I don't know why Microsoft doesn't include these things with the console, or at least a charge cable with the console. You know, maybe they could just sell the battery pack separate, but at least release a charge cable with it, because not everyone wants to go out and buy batteries. You know, you buy like when the Xbox came out, a $500 console, and you've got to plug batteries into it. It just rubs me the wrong way. It just feels like a cheap cop-out. in my opinion. But there's the play and charge kit. The other problem with these play and charge kits nowadays is that they're more expensive than the Xbox 360 editions. The Xbox 360 ones were $20, and the Xbox One version is $25. Why they had to raise the price, I have no idea. It's probably the exact same technology. If I'm wrong, correct me below, which I don't even have to tell you guys to correct me. I know somebody will, because that's just the nature of YouTube. So here we go. Get this out of here. And I totally just made a mess of that, but I'll fix that later. So there you go, play and charge kit. This essentially goes into the back of the controller, and I'll fiddle with that once I'm done with this video. Alright, next up I got the games. It's all about the games, guys. All about the games. Because, yeah, that's why you buy a video game console, to play games. Actually, the Xbox One will also sort of suffice as a Blu-ray player as well for me. I have some Blu-rays, and my brother and my roommate is going to be moving out in a few months, which means the Blu-ray player will be going with him. So I will no longer have a Blu-ray player, so this will sort of fit that place as well. So first up is Sunset Overdrive. This is why I really wanted the console, and so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just unbox these while I'm on camera, guys. Might as well. We're here, and I've got the camcorder running. I've got my nifty webcam sort of test bed video going here. So, and I'm gonna have a lot of cleaning up to do. So, oh, look at that! Look at that! God, I hate modern gaming sometimes. No manual. $60 game. There's like nothing. Why do they even put tabs here, guys? There's like, seriously. Oh, jeez. But there we go. Sunset Overdrive. The disc in all its glory. There you go. So now I'm super stoked to play this. I think it looks like an awesome game. Some people are saying it's not that unique, but to be honest, it just looks freaking fun. So next up is Halo the Master Chief Collection, and I think this is kind of a no-brainer for Xbox fans and Halo fans. It essentially has the first 4 Halos on it, and Halo 2 is the big deal, really, on it, because it's been completely remastered with HD visuals, new textures, and it runs at 60 frames a second. Now, Halo 2 was released on the PC, but they didn't really do a very good job of raising the texture quality and stuff like that. So that's kind of why this package is sort of a big deal. The other thing is the Halo 1 anniversary effectively runs at 60 frames a second now, which is kind of a big deal. Same with Halo 4, which Halo 4 did have some slowdown issues on the Xbox 360, and so yeah, looking forward to playing that. Next up is Destiny. Now, the reason I got this is that Target was running a buy two get one free deal, and so essentially I was like, you know, I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of this. I'm going to get 2 $60 games and get a third free. So I had a third one to pick, and it was a toss-up between Destiny and Forza Horizon 2, and I was like, you know, Destiny has been getting average reviews, but people I've heard playing it say they really, really like it. So I went ahead and went with Destiny instead. And since it is by Bungie, ex-Halo developers, I did want to check that out as well, because Bungie did great work with the Halo series. So I'm crossing my fingers they did great work with this as well, or at least it's fun. You know, if it's a good single-player experience, then that's what matters to me. Here is the disc and stuff for that. You know, at least they have some sort of flyers in here. It makes it feel a little more complete. That's the old school gamer in me talking. You know, I grew up with video games that had awesome packages, big manuals, boxes, and then we go to this and it's just flyer. You know, but the flyer makes it feel a little more complete in an old school kind of way than an empty case like Sunset Overdrive. Alright, now we actually got some used games. I went to Starland originally to get a Play and Charge kit, and they didn't have any. Surprisingly, they had some like 2 weeks ago, but I ended up picking up these games as well. First one on your right here is Rise, Son of Rome. Now I heard kind of bad things about this game, and Starland shrink wraps their games even though they're used. I heard bad things about this game, but I've been seeing more and more videos on it and positive things coming from people that have actually really played the game, and they say it's just a simplistic hack and slash game, but it's fun and it's straightforward, and that's really what I look for in games. I don't need amazing super deep games. If they're action oriented and they are fun, that is what I care about. So, and then Wolfenstein: The New Order. Now this was actually a difficult choice. I was considering buying Need for Speed Rivals or Forza Horizon. Not Forza Horizon, Forza Motorsport 5, which I actually owned when I first had an Xbox One, and I really liked that game. Made great use of the analog sticks, but Starland did have a used copy of Wolfenstein: The New Order. The back is a little funky for some reason. Yeah, I've heard very good things about this game as well, even from old school Wolfenstein and Doom fans, and that was the big thing for me right there. Is, wow, hey, look at this. This one has 2 pages with controls. Well, it's better than nothing. At least they have something. So, but there we go, Wolfenstein: The New Order. So I have, 5 Xbox One games to play, including some downloads I still have to grab again from my last Xbox One purchase. For instance, Killer Instinct Season 1. I believe Season 2's out now, so I'll have to invest in that. I had also picked up Max, The Curse of Brotherhood, which was a kind of a fun game, so I'll get to download that again, play through it, and see what the Xbox GUI is like pretty much 10 months later, or almost a year later. So, there you have it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was long-winded. I know probably a handful of you actually stuck around to this point in the video, and for that, for those of you guys out there, I appreciate that. And yeah, Xbox One, maybe I'll talk about my new opinions on it sometime down the road. Again, I didn't really care for it that much 10 months ago. Microsoft was really slow to sort of correct its issues. The requirement of Kinect for things that you're going to use a controller for just seemed ass backwards to me. And back then there weren't that many great games for it, but now the library has strengthened up quite a bit. Microsoft has been further doing their 180 process and making the console much better than it was back when I had it, and so I'm looking forward to firing it up and trying it out after doing this video, and having some fun with it for the rest of the night. Now, for those of you guys that maybe are on Xbox Live, if you have an Xbox One, or even if you just have an Xbox 360, I am on Xbox Live. If you guys want to, feel free to add me. I might not talk or respond to messages or anything like that, but you can compare like gamer scores and stuff like that, games we've played and so forth. My Xbox Live gamer tag is DJZM, like Zero Mancer, and yeah, feel free to add me on Xbox Live, and I should be on it more frequently now since I have an Xbox One. I do play my Xbox 360 a little bit, but for the most part I just use it as a music device because, as in terms of modern gaming, I use my Wii U the most for modern gaming. And when I'm not doing that modern gaming in small amounts in my Wii U, I'm playing retro games, like the Jaguar CD sitting over here. I don't know if it's in the camera, but and my Super Nintendo NES and all that other stuff down there you probably can't see. But so yeah, but I should be online a lot more often having this Xbox One now. So but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys soon. And stay tuned for some Let's Plays with some webcam support. So until then, guys, take care.